Can you beat Fallout New Vegas without dying? This question is only part of this 3-challenge run. Let me explain. In this challenge, I will not only be attempting to beat Fallout New Vegas without dying, I'll be doing so on the hardest difficulty, very hard, and on hardcore mode. And if that wasn't enough difficulty, I'm also not allowed to reload saves to have anything go in my favor, so every action matters. There are no specific character or weapon restrictions, so with little explanation out of the way, let's begin this hardcore run. To start the game, I name myself Hardcore Herbert and move on to the character creation. For my character, I just choose a random preset that looks like they could do some serious damage. Now, it was time for special stats, which Past Me explains in great detail. So 8 strength to be able to handle the sniper rifle, 3 perception, just so it's not like bare minimum, 4 endurance, so we have a little more health, I guess. 1 charisma, because we dump charisma, that's what you do. 7 intelligence for some decent XP, 8 agility for good gun skill, and 9 luck for those crit chances. So I think this should be a good sniper build here. Let's go with this. Moving on to tag skills, I choose medicine for better usage of doctor's bags, which if you don't know, on hardcore the only way to heal broken limbs, so medicine is extremely important. Secondly, I choose science, just so I can go over to the chem station in Doc's house and make myself some stim packs. And third, I choose speech. That way I can convince Swank later to let me go get Benny. For my traits, I choose Wild Wasteland and Built to Destroy to go fully into that critical chance build. With character creation over, I move over to the chem station and make some stim packs. I then leave Doc's house to enter the hardcore world of Fallout New Vegas. But before venturing out, I make sure to set the game difficulty to very hard, and right above it right there, you can see I've also enabled hardcore mode. With settings done, I start the game as I normally would, shooting bottles of Sunny Smiles and eliminating Joe Cobb off rip. What normally is a one-shot kill is now 5 shots from the Caravan shotgun, so the difficulty was already in full effect, even on the easiest of enemies. I then proceed with the Ghost Town gunfight quest and head up to the gas station where Ringo is. I quickly talked to him, and then I got a little greedy and tried to steal some of his 9mm ammo. Unfortunately, I got caught, and with the inability to reload saves, I was forced to have to kill Ringo and fail the quest. With the quest failed, I head out of town right away, but not before collecting the snow globe up at the cemetery, which will later pay out 2,000 caps. To skip ahead a bit, I ran right over to Sloan, healed Snuffle's leg, and stole the caps straight out of the mining offices. I then head through to Hidden Valley, where I run into some tanky bark scorpions, and to save ammo, I decide to bait them over to Chomp Lewis for him to eliminate for me. Continued my journey towards Black Mountain. I discovered Neil Shack, which gave me a level up, which I used to get another point into agility, and then continued to the Boulder shortcut. Once atop the mountain, I went east to discover the substation for later. I then made my way to the 188 trading post and bought some food, as food and drink will be necessary on hardcore mode to stay alive. While at the trading post, I run into the NCR sergeant from all the way back at the substation, who was chasing me the entire time. He lets me know not to enter the substation despite being miles away at this point, and proceeds to get stuck and walk into a wall for the rest of eternity. After witnessing NPC brain rot, I continued towards Camp McCarran so I can take the monorail to the strip. On the outskirts of McCarran, shit is going down, and I even get to witness a beautiful explosion during the sunset. I finally make my way inside and go straight to the monorail, running past the guards and getting on. Now at the strip, I head right for the tops and claim my free level ups from discovering Benny's location. I spend the level ups on speech, sneak, and guns. I then talk to Swank to give me my weapons back. I go to the top level of the casino and use my grenade rifle to airstrike Benny and his goons. Benny's suit must be made out of Kevlar or something because bro was eating my grenades and without any milk. I think it took about a good 10 grenades to finally end the fight and claim the platinum chip. I head up to Benny's penthouse and talk to Yes Man and plan to sleep in Benny's bed to regain my health, only to find out that on hardcore mode, sleeping is only for sleep. It has no effect on limb condition or health. Luckily, toilet water must use the same water as the Fountain of Youth, because this stuff regenerates health regardless of difficulty. And quick shout out to the comment last video letting me know I can hold E on the toilet. It saved a lot of time during binge drinking. It is now time for the most tedious part of my strategy for this run, gambling. I was going to need a lot of caps to afford the anti-material rifle and ammo for it, so I decided to break the bank at the tops and over at the Cannibal Casino as well. So enjoy 6,000% sped up blackjack montage. With gambling complete, I leave the Ultra Lux and my game crashes. Luckily, I quick saved right before, so I did not lose 20 minutes of blackjack progress. I then make my way towards the gun runners when I run into the NCR trooper who gives you the message from Ambassador Crocker. However, I don't think this is normal because he's wearing a cowboy hat for whatever reason. So let me know in the comments if this is a normal thing that can happen or if I'm just tweaking. On the way to the gun runners through Freeside, I stop at the Old Mormon Fort and grab the snow globe for another 2,000 caps. I finally make my way to the gun runners and blow a bag on the anti-material rifle and its ammo. I then also make an investment on some Mark II combat armor, which is another 6 bands. And like a rapper who just blew up, I continue blowing through all my money and invest in the luck implant over at the New Vegas clinic. With spending complete and my pockets feeling much lighter, I head over to Nellis and the Boomers, where George is the first person I shoot with my new rifle. I land a crispy headshot, proving its capabilities and justifying my purchase. With Curious George dead, I move on past the bombardment and into Nellis Air Force Base. The first thing I do is get my hands dirty and steal some combat armor from the locker in Pearl's room, allowing my new Mark II armor to be repaired. With repairs done, I head over to the medical building and I'm only able to treat one patient. So moving on, I enter the hangars and steal all their scrap metal to give back to Jack for some free and quick reputation. Continuing with quick and easy rep, I head over to the museum and entertain Pete by asking many questions about their history, which provides good rep as well. Finally, I talk to Raquel to start the quest, Ant Misbehaving. I go through the dungeon easily, clearing the ants of sneak attack criticals and finishing the quest swiftly. With these tasks complete, I am now trusted to raise the bomber, so I speak with Loyal and head over to Lake Mead to attach the ballast and raise the bomber. With the bomber raised, the Boomers love me, and I now have them on my side for the final fight. With one faction done, it was time for another, the Brotherhood. This playthrough, I decided that I was going to side with the Brotherhood so I can use some sweet power armor. So, I get captured and begin on taking out the Ranger. I try to sneakily break his radio, but he notices and opens fire on me, leaving me with only one option. With the Ranger dead and the Elder impressed, he assigns me a new task of finding 3 teams who have gone missing. So, I head over to the first team, which is right outside Black Mountain, and find their holotape. After collecting their holotape, I decide to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and eliminate Tabitha, since I'm right here, by going through the back fence and grabbing the key under the stairs. With Tabitha gone, I move on to the next group, which are located inside the Robco facility. I take the tour of the location, which allows for a locked door to be opened, which leads me to an employee keycard, which I'll need to get to the higher floors where the Brotherhood team is located. However, once I reach the top floor, I get checked by a robot to see if I'm executive. With my 10 luck though, I can easily just say ice cream and walk right past somehow. With access to the top floor, I find the group crushed by the roof and grab their holotape. Now for the final group, which are located at the bombing area outside the Nellis Air Base. When I fast travel in, I notice they're shelling a target, and with further investigation, I find them shelling not only their own people, but their own children who have decided to wander off for whatever reason. Luckily for the children, this is the Fallout universe, so they practically are superheroes with invincibility. Unluckily for me, I am not, and I almost end the run right here by dying to the artillery, which would have been absolutely tragic. With war crimes out of the way, I grab the final holotape, and before I return back to the Brotherhood base, I stop by Old Mormon Fort to find a doctor to heal my wounds from all the shelling. I return to the Elder, and he gives me another task, finding some scouts and getting their reports. So, I quickly find 2 of the 3 scouts, and on my way to the final scout, I run into Volpez and encounter some unique dialogue after meeting him for the 2nd time this playthrough.
Oh, I don't know if you recognize me from the strip, when I handed you the Mark of Caesar. I wasn't wearing a dog's head at the time.
Unique dialogue like this makes New Vegas so interesting and unique compared to any other Fallout game. The fact they thought of this is actually pretty cool. Anyways, I check in with the final scout and report back to the Elder, and I'm given my final task, digging around in old vaults for components. So, I start with Vault 11 and get so lost with all the underwater sections that I have to look up a video to find the component. So shout out to Muzza or Muza for this video. With the help of the video, I find the part and dip on out to the next vault. The next vault belonged to the Fiends, which were not a challenge either as my assault carbine shredded through the Fiends. So, with Motor Runner gone, I grab the part and continue to the final vault of this quest. The final vault was just a couple of Shrek monsters, which with sneak attacks were incredibly easy. So I grabbed the keycard and navigated through the cave to the final room where the part was located. With all parts returned, the Brotherhood's air filtration was now fixed, and I asked to become a member of the Brotherhood, which unfortunately required one last task. Luckily for me, the task was at Blackrock Mountain, which I've almost already cleared, so I sniped the remaining Nightkin and activated the control panel, and returned back for a quick and easy quest. With my task complete, I was now a Paladin of the Brotherhood and was trained on how to use power armor. Excited to use power armor, I opened up my Pip-Boy right away to find this. Dude, what is this? It is so trash. Are you serious? Wait, look at the condition. Look at the condition of that power armor. That is trash. That is trash. With trashy power armor, I felt unsatisfied and decided to go to the Brotherhood safe house to see if there were any goodies there for me to make up for the armor. Nothing too interesting caught my eye but this Tesla cannon, which I was planning on using, but spoiler alert, never did. Continuing on with the main quest, I headed up Cottonwood Cove to boat over to the fort to activate the Securitrons under the fort using the Platinum chip. I enter the bunker with my weapons returned and run into Mr. House for the first time this playthrough, which activates another unique dialogue.
I do wish you'd come and met with me at the Lucky 38 when you first arrived on the Strip. Or after you killed Benny, even. Quite an honor you spurned, my invite. You would be the first person to set foot inside the Lucky 38 in over 200 years.
I quickly clear through the bunker and use pulse grenades to destroy the turrets and protectrons, and even get a little low on health, which was unexpected. After a hard day's work of upgrading the Securitrons, I had officially ran out of water. So I fast traveled to the Grub and Gulp, which is a small roadside restaurant towards the Strip, and I pay a whopping 300 caps for 10 waters. Let's sell some grenades I've been stockpiling to make up for it. With my character rehydrated, I quickly make my way to Red Rock Canyon to ignore the cons, meaning I had encountered all the factions in the game. Finally, hours into the run, I make my way into the Lucky 38 for the first time to eliminate Mr. House. But before I do so, I make sure to turn in my 3 snow globes for a good 6,000 caps, which will help on buying some supplies for the final fight. I played cool with Mr. House at first, even making myself sit through the Securiton demonstration. The second it was over though, I activated a not-so-secret door and went right for Mr. House. Make sure to load an explosive bullet into my anti-material rifle and eliminate Mr. House once and for all. With House out of the picture, I contact Yes Man, letting him know he can take over the Lucky 38. I inform Yes Man of all the factions I've chosen to ignore, and he gives me some sarcasm with the Brotherhood.
With projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten!
With this, I get one of my final level ups, which max out my sneak stat, which will be perfect for the dam fight. I spend some of my snow globe money on even more ammo for the rifle, and then make my way for the substation. And surprisingly, the NCR troops inside don't seem to mind me barging in and messing with their stuff, and never even shoot at me. Finally, I stock up on stim packs and doctor's bags over at the Mormon fort. Feeling ready, I start the dam fight and begin making my way across the dam, sneaking the entire time and sniping at the Centurions. With a sneak critical, these 3 Centurions all become a one-hit kill and shoot their guts all throughout the sky. After sniping a few more, the boomers make their appearance and drop some bombs on the dam for me. I then sneak my way inside the dam and make my way past the NCR heavy troopers with just 2 shots of explosive rounds. With override chip inserted, Yes Man informs me of 2 choices, blowing up the dam or activating all the Securitrons. I make the smart decision, activate all the Securitrons under the fort for later. Continuing across the dam, I use the same strategy of sneaking around and sniping, even landing some nice no-scopes. I find a conveniently glitched anti-material rifle just floating in the air, practically begging me to pick it up. So I do, and use it to repair mine for the final fight. On my way to the gate, me and my Securitron army are too terrifying for even Centurions as they begin to flee from us, only to get rocketed and sniped. Now inside the camp, the guards prove to be rather easy, but start cheating and using teleportation. With teleportation aside, it was now time for the final fight. I take all my drugs like Med-X, Psycho, and Stealth Poison, and even a Nuka-Cola Quartz, which makes my screen gray. Juiced up off every drug, I use an explosive bullet and start the final fight. We're close. We're close. He's running. Wait, where's that rebound? AP regeneration? No. Lag it. Come back. There we go. He's dead. He's dead. Run for the exit. Run for the exit. Run for the exit. Oh, that don't work. Running for the exit does not work. Running for the exit does not work. I don't know why I thought it worked. I did not know I was using explosive ammo. Oh, my health. My health. We gotta eat. We gotta eat. Buff out. Nice. Oh my god, what's my game doing? Oh my god, what's going on? I was just about to kill that guy. What happened? My screen is still gray and white, dude. Okay. It's not quite over. There's that low light vision gone. Oh, come on. I missed the final shot. Oh, you can see him dead in the background, dude. What the hell? There we go. Woo, that was close. That was close. Let's go, dude.